Anger on the streets of Cairo after 71 people die at a football match. Crowds have been threatening police and the Interior Ministry. It is a volatile situation and we'll have a live report from Cairo. Hello there, I'm Frosdick and you're watching the Aljazeera News Hour live from London. Welcome to the programme. Thousands of demonstrators are out on the streets of Cairo as anger grows over the deaths of 71 people following a football match. Many protesters blame the police and the ruling military council for not doing enough to prevent the fighting in Port Said. They can be seen here outside the Interior Ministry. Earlier, the Egyptian Parliament held an emergency session to discuss the violence. The governor of Port Said province and the area's police chief have also resigned. So then, plenty of criticism of how the police handled the rioting in Port Said. Now, Professor Steve Frosdick is a football safety and security expert with IWI Associates. He now takes a look at the police tactics that were used during Wednesday's match.
We've seen this massive pitch incursion, and we saw that there was a cordon of police officers behind the goal, but they were behind the goal, not close up to the crowd in the horseshoe of the stand. And it would have been better to try and prevent a pitch invasion to have the police officers in a horseshoe just at the front of the stand. What one would expect to see is that the police resources deploying themselves across the pitch down at the other end so they can begin to push the crowd back. That's not happened. We see there are just a small number of officers providing a small filter for the Al-Ali players as they run off the pitch. And that's simply not enough to be able to respond to the large number of pitch invaders. But violence in and around football events is a manifestation of a fault line in the society. So, for example, in Scotland, you might say the social fault line is religious sectarianism, and of course in Scotland violence is most prevalent when Rangers play Celtic, a Catholic team against a Protestant team. In Spain, you've got the example of regional rivalries, so when Barcelona of Catalonia play Real Madrid of Andalusia, that's often when you see the violence, and you can apply that hypothesis across all countries. I think what we've got here is that the fans of Aljazeera, who staged the pitch invasion, are known to be supporters of the previous Mubarak regime, whereas the fans of Al-Ali are known to have been heavily involved in the uprising. And so you've got that political tension between the two sets of fans, and of course the conspiracy theorists are suggesting that this may have been deliberately staged and that it is the Mubarak regime's remnant showing their disapproval of what the fans of Al-Ali have done in being part of the uprising.